Hello and welcome back. I am about to do what will be the last video in this series. Um, if you remember correctly, uh, we're making a candle using Commodore Basic and just the character graphics, and it's basically a program. I'm recreating a program that I made when I was a kid. And when we left off last time, we were here, almost done. Uh, Now the only thing we need to do is add a little message here and a message here, and what I'm going to do is put Happy Holidays up here and put Merry Christmas on the candle, or Merry Xmas, because I don't have a lot of character or space for the characters. So with that said, why don't we go ahead and get started. Go ahead and exit out of that. Now the first thing we need to do is set up some variables. So over here I'll go ahead and type out what I'm going to use. I need a variable to hold a message, the Happy Holidays. So I'll use ms string. Let me change something over here. Actually, let me not worry about it. Ms string will equal our message. And the other message, the Merry Christmas, I'm actually going to use by poking characters onto the candle so I don't screw up the setting. I'm going to use the tab feature and the tab statement and the len statement, which gives me the length of a string, to actually put the message up on the top of the screen in pretty much the right location. Another variable I need is a color. GG will equal green. Actually, it's GN will equal green, which is color 5, because I looked it up. And what else did I need? Oh, I needed a length. So I will do LL will equal message length. Groovy. Okay. So first thing we need to do is declare our crap over here. Our colors are here, so maybe I have enough room probably for GN to equal 5. And then maybe I have enough room over here for LL to equal 0. And finally, we're going to have to, crap, I forgot about this. We're going to need some more arrays. So M1 will equal message 1. One will poke in, and just like before, we'll use data statements and a read statement, and M2 equal message 2. And each one of those messages are, I think, 5 line long. MERRY, that's 5. X-MAS, that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's 5. So I'll have to dimension those, which I'll do right now. Dim M1 5, dim M2 5. Okay, anything else I need to do? So I got the length, I got that. Oh, our message, which I am going to have to create. Let's go ahead and do it here. 5. We'll just line 7. Actually, yes, we will. 7. This will be the very first thing, and that will be ms string equals quote happy holidays, right? Happy holidays. Let's do happy holiday. All right. And then actually we will go sub. We'll have to set up a subroutine to draw. Actually, we won't even do that yet. We've poked that stuff there. We'll go to 32 and let LL, which is our length, LL equals int len ms string divided by 2. Now the reason why I'm doing this will become clear in a few moments. But what we're doing, LL is going to be how many characters are in this string. And we can count that out now. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 divided by 2 is going to give us a fraction. And we want to, or going to give us a floating point number. And we want to drop off everything at the end of that floating point. So it's not accurate, but it'll do the trick. So what I'm going to do actually is get rid of this LL here. So let's go ahead and save that bad boy. Now we need to draw it. So this clears the screen. So 42, go sub, and where am I going to draw this? Actually, we're not going to do it at 42. We're going to do it up closer to where. Draw body, draw a candle top. Let's do it here. 85. Go sub, and then we got to figure out where to draw the candle top right here. So 1565. Ram draw top message. Groovy. 65. Okay. Ram draw top message. And we will go ahead and save that. Why? Because we are awesome. Okay, we go down to our rem draw top message. What was 6? There it is. So 1560 or 1570. What we need to do is tab it, but we don't want to tab. We gotta figure out where we want to put it. Now the screen, the length of the screen is 40 characters wide, 0 to 39. So what we'll do is print tab, and we'll int 40 divided by 2. We don't really need to use an int, minus that LL, the length of our ms string, the length of our our string, and then our string right here. And what we're doing here, 1575, is dividing the screen in half. Say this is the screen right here where my mouse is going across. So we divide the screen in half, but if we print right there, then it's going to print from where my mouse is over to the right. What we want to do is print or subtract, or get half of how long our string is and subtract it from where our tab is. So it goes over here and looks like it's in the middle. And then 1575, we will hit return, and that should work. We'll go ahead and see. We'll see if I made another error. There we go. Now I forgot to do something. Remember, I created a variable for green, and I forgot to set the cursor color. So what I am going to do is copy this, and this is probably overkill. I could just use and put here, and take here, And I'm going to change the cursor color by poking memory area 646 with the value I did for green, which was GN. And when I'm done, I will 1580. I could leave it green, but I think I'm going to poke it to the color for red, 646, comma RD, just because the candle's red. Has nothing to do, it shouldn't affect anything other than like whatever we poke. It takes care of itself for the color there. So 1585 return. Go ahead and save that, and then we'll do an F5. There we go. And I guess it didn't really matter because we're drawing the candle first, but we have a green happy holiday, and it's in the middle of the screen, and that's awesome. That is awesome. Okay. Let's get into it. See, I hit the space bar, and the character's red, just like I told it to be. Now, we need to go back where we set up our stuff here, and we'll see here. Candle top was the last one, so we'll go ahead and go 72, go sub 1100 is where we set up candle top. We will do 1115, and we will have that set up. Oops, message 1. And what message 1 will be the merry 1115. Set up message 1. All right. And we're going to do this exactly the same way. I went ahead in advance 20, and got the character codes we're looking for, and that way I wouldn't have to waste a lot of time trying to find them while I'm recording the video. So when I start entering these numbers, they should correspond to the characters of for message 1, the characters that make up Merry, M-E-R-R-Y. So, and it was an array of 5 for, so we'll use a for next loop for L equals 0 2 4 read M1 L next L. And then we'll actually, I screwed up here. Yep, another screw up. I'm going to have to move that. Let me change that to actually we need to go here. And message 1 does not include the data statements I have there, so I will cut and paste. Now I'll have to, that's what happens when I don't do this for a few days. That's 20, and that's 25, and I'll have to change that to 20 up here. Alright, so what happens when I don't do this for a while. Alright, excellent. Draw top message. Where's my setup message 1? There we go. Next we go 11:30. Return 11:35. Data 41, comma 133, comma 146, comma 146, comma and 153. Alright. Now I'm going to run this again. I know it's overkill, or maybe not, but I want to make sure I don't have an error when I read that stuff. Good, it's working as intended. It read the data in. And I'll go ahead and do that. Now the other thing I'm going to do is, before we go any further, poke 646, comma RD, comma, whoops, RD. There we go. That way it goes to red. That would be our default color, even though the flame is yellow. I don't know if you've noticed, but when it draws the candle, you see a little hint of blue, or the typical standard default color that Commodore has when you first start up. The Commodore 64 has when you first start up. All right, 74. Go sub. Let's see if I can't do this one properly. 1140. RAM. Set a message to. Oops, excuse me. I'm a little burpy today. So 1140. RAM set up message to. Now, I know I've said it before, but all these comments, I really like to comment stuff. That way I'm not constantly searching. I have a hard time finding this stuff anyway. Alright, set up message 2. We're going to do the same thing. 1145. Oops. 4L equals 0 to 4. Bingo. Read M2 L next L 1150. Return 1155. Data now 152, comma 173. Couldn't read my handwriting there. Comma 141. Have the handwriting with serial killer, I guess. 129, comma 147. And we're going to save that and make sure that doesn't give us some sort of weird out of bounds error. And there we go. Of course, it's not printing anything yet because we haven't done our poke statements to poke those values into memory. But it's looking pretty damn good, isn't it? Oh, I forgot to even check to see if that red helped when it was drawing the candle. Well, next time, I guess. Now we need to do our draw candle. We're going to draw message 1. Alright, 85. Ooh, we're just running out of room, aren't we? 90. Go sub. I'm probably going to put both of these together. Drop as in draw bottom message. Alright. 1585. Oh gosh, I hope we have enough. Hope we have enough room. Actually, I think we can do this. 1585, 1590. rem I think we can do this. Or draw a top message, drop on it. 1590. Yeah, we can do this. Bottom message is on 2 lines. However, we still have our fancy dancy formula for figuring out where we need to go. And where do we need to go? Okay, we gotta draw the bottom message. I guess I won't do that. 1592. We'll just start numbering these in twos. 1592. For L equals see here. We're doing this a little different, aren't we? Because we're poking. So I guess we have to 17. Okay, so we'll just use 17 across. What I'm trying to figure out is how far across I need to go. And if 20 is the middle, and the middle in 5 characters, 3, so we're going to subtract 3 from 20, then it'll be 17. So that'll work. That will work. L equals 17 to 21. Oh, that can't be right. That should be 18. 18, 19, 20 to 21, 22. So 18 to 22. 18 to 22, right? Because 18 minus 22 should be 5. Or 22 minus 18 should be 5. Yep, it is. I are fail at math. Okay. So 1594. We don't have to okay, this is going to be interesting. Because we're not drawing a single character. Oh man, this has definitely screwed me up. I'm going to pause recording real quick while I figure this out, so hold on. Okay, I'm back. I think I figured out how I'm going to do this. So, we're going to have to use our throwaway variable, so we'll have to use 1591. th equals 0. And what we have to do, since we're pulling a character out in an array that starts at 0 and goes to 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 5 elements. 18 to 22 is 5 numbers, or represents 5 steps, but that doesn't represent the 5 elements in the array, which is 0 to 4. So our th is going to equal 0, and what we're going to do is increment th at the end of the loop. So we'll use th as to assess the array, and we'll use L to put to plot the array, or plot the character into the screen. So we'll see if this works. And actually, we're going to number these by the ones. This is kind of a crappy thing about BASIC with line numbers, is you run out of line numbers real quick if you make a mistake, which I've done before. Well, as you're seeing now, there's a way in here to renumber all these things, but I don't want to use that now because it doesn't renumber them. It's like 1790. Well, that's not a good example, but you know, we go from 115 to 995. Well, this would go 150. If I renumbered it, it'd go from 115 to 120, or however I renumbered it. So I need to poke 1024 plus, let me see here, plus L plus 40 times, now I got to figure out on the up and down part where I want to have it. I got to have it lower than 13. I'm thinking 16 and 17. Those are good, well enough. That should be close to the middle of the candle vertically. So 16 comma, and we're doing message 1, right? M1 comma TH. Okay, so we want, and then we will 1594, then we will color it, poke 55296 plus L plus 40 times 16 comma RD. Sweet. 1595, right? Jeez, 5 lines left. 4 lines left technically. Poke 1024 plus L plus 40 times 17 for our second message, M2TH, right? 1596. Okay, now we gotta do the color. 55296 plus 1, whoops, 1, oh not 1, L plus 40 times 17 comma RD. Okay, 1597, 1597. TH equal TH plus 1. And then we will go, there's no error checking here. Next, L. So at the end of the loop, it will increment by 1. So it starts at 0, and by the end of the loop, it should be at 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1598. Return. Alright, I think we are good with that. Let's go ahead and run that and make sure we are okay. No errors, huh? Okay, that red thing did its job. There it is. There it is. Oh, it worked out perfectly. I was sweating some details there. A little worried about the I was worried about two things. I was worried about running, or like trying to access an array beyond what you had it dimensioned for, and I was also worried about running out of line numbers. Now, this represents pretty much what I had done on the TRS-80 color computer back in the early 80s. Pretty much. It's probably not exactly the same. And but I'm pretty happy with the way this came out. Now there are some improvements that can be made on this. For example, scrolling the color, doing some sort of color scroll, I guess, where you got some Christmassy colors and they just kind of change every frame. Um, I'm not going to do that, but what I'll do is put this project, or I'll link this project on my little blog, and if anybody else wants to um, download CBM Program Studio and load this project uh, into it and dink around with it, they're more than welcome to. Uh, Other things I could do is maybe snow falling, whatever, but I think that would be too slow, especially since this is basic. Music, I guess, you have to play with an interrupt or two, so that involves going into some assembly language programs, or as programming, I should say. But right now, I'm pretty happy with this. I'm actually really happy with this, and I'm glad it turned out the way it did. So anyway, thanks for joining me on this little adventure. I have to figure out what I want to do for my next programming thing. It'll probably be a little more interactive, probably a game, a text adventure game or something. So I will see you later. Bye.